YouTube? FN Critic back, and oh boy, just like the Star Wars holiday special, we all knew how to review this one. Yeah, The Christmas Tree, considered to be one of the worst Christmas movies of all time. It's cheap. It's goddamn the audio on the lines are just terrible. One of them sounds like a freaking robot for some reason. And one of the actresses just sound like she's just blah 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 when she was doing her lines. And I'm pretty sure they got an adult woman to play as one of the children instead of just, actually hiring another child. Whatever. Outside of this, what is this movie all about? Well, it's about these lovely, creepy orphan children. Do we get their names? I don't know. No, I forgot. But they live in a horrible orphanage. It's because the owner of the orphanage, Mrs. Mavilda, doesn't really take care of them as people think. She's a horrible woman with a serious gambling addiction. And see, she's supposed to be looking after the children, trying to show them, try to give them a decent life of, but she doesn't. Every time the mayor visits, she has them for beautiful outfits to wear, and then once the mayor gives her money, she immediately takes those clothes off the children and puts it in the closet. Oh, what a shame! What a shame! The only companion they had was a tree that they named Mrs. Hopewell because they believed the tree had magic. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. The story, I'm not gonna lie, sounds good on paper, okay? I'm not gonna lie. If the movie didn't have a cheap production and they actually had some decent voice actors who sound like they actually gave a damn, maybe this movie wouldn't be half bad, I'm just saying, the idea of this movie sounds good on paper, but when you give it cheap production, that's how you make a bad movie. We all learned that in Food Fight. Whatever, they believe the tree had magic powers, which later in the story it does. It just seems like, and they also had a dog named Licorice. Anyway, seems like nothing will ever get for those children. No clothes, no families, until a nice couple moves into town and the husband has to work somewhere, leaving the wife and children for no roof over their head. But Judy, the wife's name, she kind of moves into the orphanage, for a roof over her head. And while her husband works, her children follow the same rules as the orphanages, blah, blah, blah. And then during time, Judy actually gets along with the children. She takes them under her wing with open arms. She starts being nice to them. She even built them a wooden slide on Mrs. Hopewell. Yeah, a wooden slide. That's really good for children. Yeah, come slide down a wooden slide. Hope you don't get splinters. Whatever. She seems like she's really nice though. Oh, but the mayor, as a peeping Tommy, he can act. He sees how she's getting along, how Judy's getting along with the children. Decides to give the children more money, and basically, so that they can get some new clothes, some a feast, and just downright, they won't have to be in the horrible clothes anymore. But Mrs. Mavilda spending all that money, and due to the fact that she's in too deep because she's got no money, she's got to, and Judy's the only one who knows that she's the only one who treats children like crap. She's got to get rid of them. Maybe frame that she lost the money on her, and the children don't like that. And while the children are planning to get rid of her, Jesus Christ, I wonder who the hell is the person who drawed this, because this is Mavilda. That looks like a mask you'd wear if you're going to kill someone. I'm surprised that hasn't been on a Halloween mask, because that is freaky. Whatever. The children's plan is to go find Santa Claus, blah, blah, blah. It goes as well as you think. think the two children of Judy decide to do it, but the little girl gets lost, and basically the trip to go to Santa was kind of pointless because he ended up coming back to her. Mrs. Mavilda was planning to trot down Mrs. Hopewell, but a miracle happened. That woman got electrocuted. I guess the moral of the story is don't chop down trees, because they will electrocute you. Don't worry, she's fine. Anyway, point is, Santa comes down out in the most creepiest Santa I've ever seen in my life. Let me find it. Did you ever get that picture? Okay. Whatever. He brings down the little girl. Apparently she didn't die. And he starts a Christmas miracle. The children all get new clothes. And as for Judy, well, I think she practically adopts all the boys and girls. And Mrs. Mavilda, I think she's technically no longer in charge of the orphanage. Judy is. All lives happily ever after. My God, what a movie. Okay, I'm going to give it some pros and cons. Pro, I like the idea of the story. I did like some of the characters. Some. I mean, Judy and Mrs. Mavilda were the only interesting characters in this movie. And I did like it how, the tree that the children loved ended up being the thing that saved the day. Hey, and here are the cons. It's really has bad animation. The voice acting sounds like it doesn't give a crap. I mean, seriously, Judy's husband sounds like a freaking robot. I haven't seen bland acting like this since Michael Broderick. Did I pronounce that right? Whatever. The point is, I haven't seen bad acting since Deck the Halls. Okay. Christ, I hope I pronounced his name right. Whatever. Why am I still doing that? Anyway, and just there are so many animation errors. Again, it's cheap production. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. The idea of the story sounds good on paper, but if you give it bad animation and actors who sound like they don't give a crap, that's why this movie is considered to be a real stinker. Matthew Broderick's, that's the name. That's the one. I haven't seen bad acting like this since Michael Broderick's. Anyway, point is, I give the movie a 4 out of 10. It is bad, but I am curious to see how, the idea of this movie went into production. You know what I mean? Like, I really did like the storytelling. Like, the idea does sound good on paper. And don't get me wrong, I like a happy ending. The kids getting all new clothes and a new family. That was real sweet. I'm not gonna lie. It really did bring a smile to my face. But the animation, just rough. And the acting, also rough. Those are some big roughs right there, I'm telling you. Anyway, this review shout-out goes to another special friend of mine. Mixel Times with Amel, also known as Ameline. And who is she? Well, I like to call her the Mixel Queen. Why is that? Because her videos are really great, and most of them conceive of Mixels. Yeah, you remember that video I made about the Mixels, Lego Mixels by me? Yeah, that was technically something for her. See, she's my pen pal. And her videos are really great, and I suggest you go check them out. Remember, Mixel Times with Amel, also known as Ameline, or the Mixel Queen, or the Casa Grande chick. Go check her out. This is the F-Man Critic telling you to like, subscribe, hit notification. See you guys next time, and have a holly jolly Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, or whatever holiday you celebrate during this time of year.